water, no one drop cup, as we say in Nigeria parlance, of a restless soul on a fruitless journey. So, eventually, they found that the affidavit that Atiku Abubakar deposed to in August 18 of 1973, that is 50 years plus ago, wherein expressed his wishes to be publicly known and addressed as Atiku Abubakar, was signed on a Saturday. And voila, the APC errats found what they have been looking for. Ostensibly so. For them, it is important that the person called Bola A. Tinubu was discovered to be the name of a female. Now, was it important that Bola A. Tinubu forged a certificate he submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission? Or that Bola A. Tinubu is the guinea pig student, the Government College Lagos, who was used to test run the school 4 years before it was founded? All that mattered to them is to pick a hole in Atiku Abubakar's public profile. Like the late Fela Anikulapo Kuti of blessed memory said, "I be thief, you be robber." You are also a thief. It's not a defense to an accusation of theft. They thought they found someone else to share the inglorious stage of certificate forgery with. So, it was found out that Atiku Abubakar's affidavit was signed on a Saturday. And yes, it was signed on a Saturday. And they went into a frenzy, oiled as a diesel train. They remind us of the 1974 album by the legendary Elton John titled Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. They bled and burned all decency. They have found a mate in their naked state. Oh Lord, Atiku's affidavit was signed on a Saturday. They screamed. The sound of it mesmerizes and intoxicates them. They get around oiled as a diesel train. But because we know the character of the man that we work for, we knew that their frenzy was all vain hallucinations. Ladies and gentlemen, at this particular point in time, I'll call in my colleague, Frank Schweible. He took over the presentation. Frank.
Thank you very much, Mazi Paul Ibe, Special Media Advisor to Atiku Abubakar. Interestingly, before I even continue, I would like to take a look at Atiku Abubakar's names vis-a-vis the replacement of Siddiq. And in doing that, I will take a journey into the etymology of even the names itself, the origin of Siddiq in Arabic and what it represents, particularly as the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him, gave those names, those two names to his bosom friend. Interestingly, in Arabic language, the word asdika metamorphosed from Sadiq, and it means friend. The Prophet also termed Abu Bakr as Atik, letter A-T-E-E and a Q, meaning the one who is protected from hellfire. Moreover, Abu Bakr is not a real name. It was a nickname in the holy books. The Prophet's friend's real name is Abdallah, and in Arabic, any name with Abu in front of it is usually a nickname. Like the Saudi crown prince is called Abu Razaz. In English, father of the bullet. Abu Bakr means father of the young camel. Well, we'll get to that. For those who know me as a teacher, they would understand where I'm coming from. So I will return to our research. We conducted a research into the registry of the Lagos State High Courts in the same year they claimed, or the affidavit of Atiku Abubakar was signed on a Saturday, to see if it was really an absurdity to have court papers signed on a Saturday. The outcome of our findings showed clearly that there are court papers that were signed on Saturdays in the year 1973. Atiku Abubakar's affidavit was not the only one signed on Saturday, as the con men would want you to believe. Here and now, we shall show you the slides of our findings. Please, I need the cameras to return to this screen. What you see here is in the Federal Revenue Court of Nigeria, summons to parties by the registrar to settle record on the 7 Rule 7, Board of the Internal Revenue in Lagos, dated 12th day of February, 1974. From there, I will take you to other documents. This is in the High Court of Lagos. When I mean High Court of Lagos, I'm talking of Tinubu's Lagos. Hearing notice. It may interest you to know that we have these are certified true copies. We got them certified by our lawyers. In this case, is between T. Adeokin and Nigeria Airways Limited. This is a hearing notice that was issued by the order of the court on the 17th of March, 1973, as highlighted there. Please, you can run a check. 17th of March, 1973 is a Saturday. My dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, and those of us watching from our homes this evening, Sunday evening, these are CTC copies done from the Lagos High Court. Now, I will go further. This is another CTC copy. '73, certified true copy from the Lagos State Judiciary. So if I go on and on, highlighted, you would see that we made this official request through our counsel to the head of archive section of the Lagos High Court Ikeja. I'm talking of Ikeja is domiciled in Tinubu's Lagos. This is one of the documents we paid. So, ladies and gentlemen, the outcome of our findings clearly shows that what you just saw are court papers, documents that emanated from the courts that were signed, issued, and authored on Saturday, as at 1973, the same period that Atiku Abubakar's affidavit of change of name from Sadiq to Abubakar Atiku was done. Here and now, which, as I've just shown you the slides, as a practitioner of democracy, especially someone who sits on the chair of a president, you must live above board. A president must mirror the moral rectitude of trust and transparency. To be called the president of a country is to be an approximation of the values that such a country stands for. Nigeria does not stand for forgeries and impersonation. It is therefore on this note that we yet again call on President Bola A. Tinubu to follow the example of Atiku Abubakar, to clear the air about the doubts and kurukere about his past, just as we have done, openly, publicly, and we took the pains to go to Lagos, his own Lagos, where he ruled and superintended and has been lord over for over 23 years. Since Lagos is his domain, we ask Bola A. Tinubu to boldly walk into Government College Lagos and make available to the world, just as we have done today, a copy of the 1970 certificate with which he sought admission into Chicago State University. He may as well tell us the business center inside Oluwole Market in Lagos, where the document, the certificate was printed and given to Chicago State University, or where that certificate was gotten from, which was presented to the Independent National Electoral Commission. And if assuming the president is afraid to come clean, because we can only assume at this point that Bola A. Tinubu has some skeleton in his closet or his cupboard, he should feel free to confide in us. You don't need to have over 2,000 media aides for you to do your job well. We are just 3 of us here, yet we went to Lagos, Tinubu's Lagos, to investigate and put to rest the issue of articles affidavit which was signed on a Saturday. We took it upon ourselves to say, look, we must come out clean. We cannot be on the same page with a certificate forger. So he can confide in us. We will help him to do this. And it is embarrassing enough that the FBI and some anti-crime agencies in the United States are poised to start releasing information on our president any moment from now. It is more embarrassing that Bola A. Tinubu will fight tooth and nail to block these discoveries about his past, saying such will cause him irreparable damage. Bola A. Tinubu needs to be reminded that what the FBI and the US security agencies are set to do by releasing the FBI Tinubu files will undoubtedly cause Nigeria irreparable damage. Nigeria is a country of laws, and no one single man or woman, no matter how highly placed, is bigger than our laws. We hope that the discovery into Atiku Saturday affidavit by his own media team will raise this issue and provide the opportunity for Bola A. Tinubu's team to come clean with its decades of forgeries and lies. Nigerians are waiting for them to put an end to this kindergarten Tom and Jerry that has done nothing but brought embarrassment and humiliation to our country and its people. Ladies and gentlemen, on this note, I would want to say that Atiku Abubakar, former Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, whom the media team of Bola A. Tinubu recognized as being someone who is associated with forgery, just like their boss, we have decided to come out clean today. We waited this long to respond to them, to their inaccuracies and reckless vituperations, because we believe in detailed presentations, because we believe Nigerians deserve to know the truth, and the truth will set us all free. That is why we invited you today, and that's why we decided to speak to Nigerians today on our discoveries. This is discovery number 2. You remember we went to Chicago. We brought discoveries. At least in Chicago, when we brought out the documents from Chicago, we knew whether somebody attended a university, either as a male or a female, and so many other inconsistencies and incongruities in those documents and those revelations we saw there. Today is another day of discovery. We have proven to Nigerians that Atiku's affidavit that was signed on a Saturday, it is not a forgery. We have proven and shown court documents. I would like to even show you university, either as a male or a female, and so many other inconsistencies and incongruities in those documents and those revelations we saw there. Today is another day of discovery. We have proven to Nigerians that Atiku's affidavit that was signed on a Saturday, it is not a forgery. We have proven and shown court documents. I would like to even show you.
I don't know what's up with that. Let me try and fix it. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
For historical perspective, that in 2013, former Governor Fashola,
That Bola A. Tinubu has some skeleton in his closet or his cupboard. He should feel free to confide in us. You don't need to have over 2,000 media aides for you to do your job well. We are just 3 of us here, yet we went to Lagos, Tinubu's Lagos, to investigate and put to rest the issue of Atiku's affidavit, which was signed on a Saturday. We took it upon ourselves, and that's why we decided to speak to Nigerians today on our discoveries. This is discovery number 2. You remember we went to Chicago. We brought discoveries. At least in Chicago, when we brought out the documents from Chicago, we knew whether somebody attended a university, either as a male or a female, and so many other inconsistencies and incongruities in those documents and those revelations we saw there. Today is another day of discovery. We have proven to Nigerians that Atiku's affidavit that was signed on a Saturday, it is not a forgery. We have proven and shown court documents. I would like to even show you.
I don't know. I think they had a problem there. It probably glitched. So I was trying to, let me see. I'm just gonna take it a little bit.
Because we believe that we are before the courts of public opinion and we are before our courts, the courts in land. And interestingly, you know that if you're an athlete, I don't know if you have seen an athlete before, if an athlete is accused of doping, and investigations prove that an athlete used drug enhancing, performance enhancing drugs to win a race, what does the Athletics Federation, what Athletics Federation or Athletics Federation of Nigeria do? You are stripped of the medal. If you like win 10 gold medals, the moment it's found out that you use performance enhancing drugs, you are stripped of your medal. The rest is left for the Almighty and our esteemed justices to decide. God bless you. Thank you.
Let me add, just for historical perspective, that in 2013, former Governor Fashola did attempt. He was supposed to start March, bring back Saturday as a working day. Some ministries, some departments, and some agencies. You know, if Fashola did take cognizance of the fact that at some point in time in the history of Lagos, especially the military era, I mean, there was work, public servants worked on Saturday. I mean, I wonder, you know, how Bola A. Tinubu, with all of the magics that have been associated with him, who ruled Lagos for 8 years. He was the first governor in this democratic journey in 1999, that he didn't know that work took place in Lagos on Saturday. Because if he did, he would have saved his aides and his cause, you know, the embarrassment of going on this journey of futility. I mean, think about that. He should know. What they are trying to do is that they are looking for company. I mean, that's not the kind of company that Atiku Abubakar keeps. It's not the kind of company that he keeps. And there is nothing that they can do, there's nothing that they can manufacture, you know, to taint, you know, his image that has been, you know, garnered over decades. We also hear from the grapevine that they are looking for his records.
In Nigerian customs.
Nigerian customs. Although they reported immigration, that was wrong reporting. He worked in the Nigerian customs. Well, that's their headache. It's not the headache of Atiku Abubakar. And they did say that the records of 1990 or thereabout, that was what they were able to get. They couldn't get it. It shows that clearly that Atiku was not the only person involved. I mean, the federal capital was moved from Lagos to Abuja at some point in time. Maybe because of the nature of our institutions and archival system, it has not been able for them to ensure that all of the records from as far back as the 50s and the 40s were properly documented and brought to Lagos. But we will encourage them not to go on any further discovery. I mean, they have been an embarrassment unto themselves because they don't even know the history of the public service, in Nigeria. I mean, that is shameful.
And like the Yorubas will sing, "Ẹni jalè lẹ́ẹ̀kan, tó bá dàrọ́ borí, aṣọ olè ló dàbọ̀ra." You see, this is clear. Ganifa Emi started it. We are here today. We wish Nigeria the best. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Hey, so they do press conference, sing, join now. Money, that's what we are waiting for. So we are waiting for them to reply in anger. They should dish out all those how many 1,000 media personnel or whatever they call them to come and salvage this. We are waiting for them. Tomorrow don't reach already now for Nigeria. So let them do press conference and come and tell us so to clear the air. Emilokan escobar. Yes, he went to Popo Gari Primary School. When he finished from Popo Gari Primary School, he went to another Popo Gari Secondary School. And he got his WAEC certificate or GC or whatever they had at that time, advanced level, ability that they call am. From there, he now went to another Popo Gari. We want to hear it. Let them come and clean this mess up. We are waiting for them to come and debunk it. By the way, please, where is Tato? Hey, Tato, my darling, if you're hearing me, oh, I have missed you. I've been meaning to ask, but it keeps skipping my mind. Please, I beg, come, oh, come back home. Come back home, Tato. We love you. Okay, so
Hello, hello, hello. Fellow Nigerians, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are joining me from. This is your friend and brother, Dr. Haruna Goro. I want to say thank you very much for joining me this time. I don't know, what you think about what's going on in Nigeria, but I'm telling you, Nigeria is like in an ICU and needs urgent attention. A lot is happening under Tinubu's watch. We know he said Emilokan. He did everything that he knew to do to force himself on Nigerians. The whole idea of the Muslim ticket, even though I'm from Kaduna State, I'm from the north, but I'm telling you, we also didn't support it because it was the same thing that what is his name did, El Rufai did, Muslim ticket in Kaduna State, our state, and we knew what happened, what the suffering that we encountered, even though it was Muslim ticket, the killings that happened in Kaduna, especially the southern part of the state. It became like a war zone, but a one-sided war where people were just being killed in cold blood, and hundreds would die. And then when the people get tired of being murdered and killed and they get up to defend themselves, then they are arrested. But when the terrorists, or let me say the invaders, that's Boko Haram or whatever they are called, when they come in there, they kill and kill, and we don't see the law enforcement agencies, but the law enforcement agencies always come after so many people have lost their lives. And so it was the same thing during the 2023 presidential election. And you know that El Rufai was closely working together with Tinubu. He gave him the idea of Muslim ticket because they had the group of northern governors that teamed up together saying that power must shift to the south. But the plan was actually to install Tinubu and get Shetima as his vice, and then two of them would be Muslims. People fought against it, but they forced it through, and they actually told Tinubu that if you don't allow it, if you don't take a Muslim as your running mate, the North will not vote for you, because traditionally it's always believed that if you don't get votes from the Northerners, you can never be president. And the numbers have been inflated, the number of states inflated, and the census and the population inflated, and they use all that, leverage that to stay in power for as long as they want. And so sad, people from the South, especially the Southwest, have always been used by the hardcore far Northerners to achieve this dream. And so the whole thing about the North producing a vice president in the name of Shetima to bring the fulfillment of the Muslim agenda was what they actually planned to take over, to stay in power. The whole thing about Fulanis remaining in power was the key vision, was the key dream, was the agenda. And so lately, I know many of you are aware of what Sheikh Gumi said, and I think another sheikh from Sokoto. They came out and they were preaching and telling their people that they must not accept this whole idea of having a Christian in Abuja or in the FCT, that is Wike. I'm not a fan of Wike. I mean, many of you are aware or familiar with what I've always said. We will not be where we are today as a nation if people like Wike were not allowed to be used as instruments in the hands of APC, even though he belonged to PDP, so-called PDP. He said he's a PDP member, but he worked against his own party, worked against also the one who was the presidential candidate, and that is Atiku. And so we would not have been where we are today if not for that. And so I think because of the dirty work that Wike did for Tinubu had to reward him, and he needed to reward him with something that is, he considered to be, a very tough place, since Wike is considered to be that tough performing governor. So they put him in the FCT to do the work there. And also, I've been feeling that one of the reasons why they put him there is so that in case there's any rerun, if the election is cancelled and there's a rerun, Wike would do whatever he has done, whatever he did in Rivers State, he can replicate that at the Capital Territory, that's FCT. And so now they are all angry. The same people that advocated Muslim ticket because they don't want an infidel to rule. People were saying, no, why would you do that? They went ahead and you've forgotten what they did with the fake bishops. Went and hired people from the street, paid them money, bribed them to dress like bishops for the unveiling of the person who was going to be Tinubu's running mate, and that was Shetima. So, I mean, there are so many things have happened that should have been a pointer, should have, created an alert in every Nigerian to know that there's something sinister, there's something, there's something that we need to suspect about. What are they up to? Why would it, in the history of Nigeria, it's never happened where the people that, the president and the vice in the State House, in Aso Rock, are all of the same religion. I mean, see, even in Abuja, when they were going to build corporate places of worship, they had to build one for the Christians and one for the Muslim. Because Nigeria is a plural society, multi-religious society, where people are either Muslims or Christians or enemies. So people have the right, it's like you have the freedom of choice of which religion you want to belong to. So now, but because these people believe that they own Nigeria, and especially in the north, I from Kaduna State, we have been lied to so many years. We've been told to have nothing to do with Southerners, especially if they are in Nyamiri, that means if they are Igbos from the east. Because those people are traitors, those people want to take Nigeria away and then take all the oil and all the natural resources that Nigeria is endowed with. That's the narrative, that's the lie we've been told for so many years. And they kept lying to us and telling us that it's a North versus South fight, and that we as Northerners must defend our region. But not knowing that this lie was just to perpetuate or to propagate the Fulani agenda. Do you know that all the killings in Sokoto, in Zamfara, and the ones in the northern states, look at what's been happening in Maiduguri, the entire Borno state, and what people have suffered. Most of them that have been casualties are even Muslims. So it's not really, they use religion as a face, but in reality, the whole fight is to enforce the agenda of the Fulanis. Fulanis actually came and invaded Nigeria. They are not indigens. And then now, Sheikh Gumi is telling Tinubu that unless he removes Wike from being the minister of the Federal Capital Territory, and that there will be no peace, because they believe that Abuja belongs to the Muslim. In fact, they're referring to other Nigerians as infidels. Kafiri is like they are dirty, too dirty to be the ones that should sit in the seat of leading the federal capital as a minister. And they said, since the federal capital started, have you seen anybody appointed as minister that is not a Muslim? Because they believe that it belongs to the Muslim. But they're actually not talking about Muslim alone, but they're talking about it must be Fulanis. They're referring to what El Rufai did, and El Rufai is a Fulani. And most of the ones that have been there have been Fulanis. So you are seeing, and I'm so happy that the houses are rising up. The houses, some of them are, most of them are Muslims, and a few are Christians, and some even belong to, it's like, they have, like in between. I also talk about the Kanuris, the Bacham, and all the others. And so the thing is about when you hear people like Gumi talk, they are doing everything to make sure they defend the Fulani group. Because the whole thing about Usman Danfodio, they still want to establish it. When you hear them talk all these things, they want to use it, use religion, talk about the jihad, and then take over. But let me tell you, as somebody from Kaduna State, they are talking about Abuja belongs to them. But let me tell you, the real people that own Abuja, have you forgotten that Abuja was not owned, it was not a Fulani settlement? It did not belong to the Fulani. In fact, not even the Hausas. I am from the Koro tribe. And let me tell you some of the tribes that were in the Abuja, the federal capital territory. And that is, we've got the Bagi, these women that carry load on their backs, and there's others called them, we used to call them Gwari, the Basa, the Gwandara, then we've got the Gade, we've got the Dibo, we've got the Egbura, we've got the Nupe, we've got the Koro. The Koro, that's the group, the tribe that I belong to. So we own the capital territory. We are the ones that are supposed to be talking about that place belong to us. But from the time it was declared as the federal capital, it became no man's land. It became every man's land. No particular tribe, no particular group, no particular religion can lay claim over Abuja. So if we're to even talk about the initial dwellers or the people that were indigenous, we should talk about these other groups, the Bagis. We should talk about the Dibo, talk about the Gade, talk about the Egbura, talk about the Nupe and the Koro, talk about the Bagis. But these people are quiet. They've been chased out of or let me say they've been resettled. And today, you've got the Yorubas, you've got the Igbos, you've got the Hausas, you've got the Fulanis, you've got all other groups from all over Nigeria, because Abuja is for all. And that is the main reason, that is one of the reasons why this whole idea of having that you must, anybody that's going to be president must win at least 25%. So to show that every part of Nigeria are in support of the person who is going to be president, because we have people getting regional block votes. But coming to Abuja, that was the reason why the ones that wrote the constitution put the idea of 25%. Because if not, why should they single out and say an Abuja or the federal capital? So that's the whole reason. So hearing people like Gumi coming out and talking, please don't listen to this man. He is an opportunist. He's a chance taker. He's a Fulani that wants to take over Nigeria. That's what they have been doing with the Fulani headsmen. They want to take over Nigeria. That was the agenda that Buhari came to fulfill. And he failed. Many of them have been trying it and they have been failing. And this time around, they're going to fail. I know that Tinubu is sitting on a time bomb. I know that Tinubu is sitting with a stolen mandate, and I know he was not duly elected. He's not supposed to be in Aso Rock. But on this matter, I would tell you, Maybe God allowed Tinubu to put wicked there so that we can see the wicked heart that is in these people like Gumi. How can somebody come and use religion and then tell us it belongs to the northerners? Which northerners are you talking about? I am from the north. But you know what you have done to our people? The Hausas have suffered in your hands. The small time you come and use religion. And there they were talking about himself and this other sheikh are coming and threatening people, threatening the president, threatening Wike, and saying that because there will be no peace. And they are confusing it with what is going on between Israel and the Hamas. What has that got to do? I know what's happening there is wrong. We know people, innocent people are dying. But I want to ask you people, do you know that in Kaduna State, more people have been killed by the Fulani herdsmen, by these terrorists, in Nigeria, more than what has happened in the
Guys, I don't know what happened. Can you guys hear me? This is weird. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. This is so weird. All of a sudden, it just disappeared. Please, oh, please, someone respond to me if you can hear me. Welcome, BB. Good to have you. Please, oh, can you guys hear me? Make una help me answer, oh. Okay, thank you. I don't know what happened. It just kicked me out. Oh my God, this is the craziest thing ever. It just kicked me out, oh. I was here just minding my business and the thing just kicked me out. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I had to even change devices, oh. That's how serious it is. Like, I'm so glad I had the other one open. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up the video here. Okay. Let me see. Where are you? Okay. Mona, bear with me. Oh. Welcome, everybody. Good to have you all. I hope you're having a restful Sunday. I hope so not to chop too much jollof rice and chicken. For those people that make jollof rice on Sundays. Yay! For jollof rice lovers. I hope you people are enjoying yourselves. Let me pull up the video here and then you guys let me know if you can hear. Because sometimes mm, omo, I go dey manage my equipment. The heck? 1 second. It's playing in the background. That is crazy. How am I experiencing this? Hmm. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, oh my people. We could have no verse, so it was spur of the moment, so you're trying to reset everything. So you guys let me know if you can hear the video. Because let me play the video. Oh my god. Can you guys hear? Were you guys hearing here? Oh, I never see. I'm waiting for response. This is so crazy. Can I get a yes if you can hear the video? When you was playing, were you guys hearing the video? Now they hear me now. Hey, what's happening? I mean, they don't work out share. They like when they do it, they like. We dey here today. Now they sabi. This is strange. My people, this is strange. Yeah. I beg sorry for the break in transmission. No. This is totally not my fault. Can you guys hear me clearly? I'm going to play the video. Just let me know if you can hear me. Just say yes if you can hear both my voice and the video.
Let's team up against them. And I'm saying, Nigerians, this is the time to say enough is enough. We have suffered in the hands of these people. I just felt I needed to come out as a northerner to tell you, don't listen to what don't listen to, I've talked so much about Tinubu, and instead of talking about what Gumi is saying, I'm saying Tinubu. But as I'm telling you, don't listen to any threat from any so-called Muslim cleric. They are fighting for themselves. It's an evil agenda. Nigeria is one. Abuja belongs to all. The Fulanis are not the owners of Abuja. They should go back to where they came from. They are invaders. Go and see how they are killing Hausas in Sokoto, and they take over their farms. The whole thing about Fulanis is invasion and occupation. They want to invade and occupy until Nigeria becomes a Fulani colony. But they have failed and they will never succeed. I just had to do this to let you know we Northerners are not in support of what Gumi said. He's speaking on behalf of Fulanis, not even all Muslims. It's a lie. And Nigeria will continue as one. Very soon, we're reclaiming this stolen mandate from Tinubu, and they can do nothing about it. The idea and the whole scheme, secret plan of bringing Muslim ticket, that's why they are frustrated. It's not working. Now they are frustrated. They are saying, they tricked us. We even the young people were not happy with our supporting this whole thing about Muslim ticket, but we had to do it because we knew they are coming to uphold Islam. They are coming to defend Islam, and all the others are infidels. So now we have caught them that their secret is exposed. It is time. Nigerians, we must take a stand. Let's unite against these few people that want us to be destroyed. We won't take it anymore. Nigeria belongs to all. Abuja belongs to every Nigerian. Go and see everywhere. Every tribe is represented. And somebody is coming and telling me it belongs to the Northerners. No, go back to where you're coming from. The Fulanis, liars, cheats, people that have no heart. All they're thinking about is killing and killing and killing. And see where we are today because of what evil did. And Tinubu is greedy. So very soon, Tinubu, you are living.
Okay.
In that seat, a stolen mandate will be restored. You think you are smart, you think money is everything, but God will show to you that power belongs to him. One Nigeria, one God, one people. Nobody can stop the plan of God concerning Nigeria. I am determined as a Northerner, tired of being lied to, using religion, using tribalism, using sectionalism, North versus South. Enough is enough. One Nigeria, and we're going to stand and build it. Those that don't want Nigeria to remain one, we are not going to divide. They must leave. They are the ones who must chase out. But the rest of us will unite and build one strong nation. I know I didn't, I just jumped into the broadcast, did not tell you to many people as Supreme again. I need to talk about what's happening in the Supreme Court, but I'll do that later, maybe tomorrow. This broadcast that I'm doing should have been yesterday or some time ago, but I had to I've been so busy. I made time now to just do it. I want to say thank you for watching. Go ahead and share the broadcast with as many people as you can. And go ahead
guys,
and also subscribe to my channel.
Like the video. Likes are pretty low, so please like the video. I beg you. Mona, help me like the video.
Oh, good evening.
Oh, really quickly, in the part where he said their smelly mouths, that cracked me up. I don't know, when I fall for ground, they laugh. You know what? I'm very happy. Nigerians are really waking up. Nigerians from everywhere, they're waking up to the lies, to the manipulation. Because what Dr. Haruna Goro just said is so true. They lie to them. Look at the audacity with which he's speaking and telling the truth and calling it what it is. This has been a audacity to be taking the lives of Nigerians. Ah, God. Hey, it's painful. Oh. You come into a house that you are not born into. Nobody knows you. You want to take over. Hey, anyway, let's move on really quickly. Man, not too sharp. Mm.
Good afternoon, good morning, or whatever may be the time where you have joined me. This is your friend and brother, Dr. Haruna Goro. Please, I want to know where you are joining me from, but I want to say thank you very much for making time to join me in this very important broadcast. Tinubu in trouble. FBI is set to release its criminal records before the Supreme Court's hearing. So that's what we're talking about. Let me know what information you have, but I'm telling you there's great panic in Aso Rock, great panic in the presidency, there's great panic with APC because of what FBI is about to release. No wonder they ran quickly and to set 23rd the hearing, since they know that Tinubu, so see, there's no truth in him. Everything is shredded in deception, lies, and just everything about Tinubu, there's no truth in it. So, I mean, if he's truly transparent and he's without fault, why is he doing everything to make sure that these records don't come out? And his puppets will quickly go on TV and go and be defending him. Well, let me know where you're watching me from. Go ahead and share the link with as many people as you can. Let's get as many people as possible to join us. Let's get the whole of Nigeria and other Nigerians that are in diaspora. Join, please. Help me. Just take a few seconds and share the link. If you're on Facebook, please go ahead, like the broadcast, because when you do that, Facebook will recommend it to many more people. And if you're on YouTube, do the same. Like it and also share. Please share, and just keep pressing share. And press like. By so doing, many people will join us as we discuss what the FBI is about to do and how the Supreme Court quickly rushed to put 23rd, which is Monday of October, as the date they're going to be hearing the appeal that Atiku and Peter Obi, and I think the other party, I've forgotten the name, took to the Supreme Court. And we know that is the apex court of the land. After this one, there will be no other court case. So that's why we must all together tell the Supreme Court, insist that they must do the right thing. And my question is, why is Tinubu afraid of the FBI files? What are they? You remember how he was scared of the Chicago State University releasing his records, his academic records, because everything was a lie. And we finally found the reason why he even went to court. I think 3 different lists of his academic records. Where does somebody that was claiming that he's very, very sharp, he was in the dean's list, or he was one of the top students in Chicago State University, and then the same person will go and say, oh, please, if you do that, you're going to put me into damage. Will come and defend that. He already said there will be damage that cannot be repaired. And because he knew, I think is it the 31st of October was the set date that the FBI are going to be releasing all the records. And I mean, not all the records, but some of the records, or the first batch of the records. So Tinubu is now trying to use the Supreme Court judges to ensure that they uphold his presidency, so that by the time the files come out, it will be too late because it's now the apex court of the letting this thing go Tinubu's way. You can imagine what Nigeria will look like after 4 years. If now, just 5 months into his presidency, we see the way he does appointment, just choosing the people and something, withdrawing them, because the whole thing is just a sham. You can see that this is people that actually stole. You know, have you ever seen a place where thieves break into a house and they steal, and you come back after the thieves have left or have gone? The house is all scattered, the bed sheets scattered, the pillows, everything, and you will see books littered all over the place, the drawers pulled out, thrown on, I mean, even underwears thrown all over the place because the people are in a hurry in case they get caught. That's exactly what Tinubu and his cohorts are doing. This rush to hear the case on Monday, maybe they may even want to throw the case out on the same day. Only God knows what the plan is. That's my question. Tinubu should answer. APC should answer. What are they? Why are they in a hurry? You knew how long we had to wait for the judgment of the court, the tribunal with Justice Samani and his other rogue judges. You knew how long Nigerians kept waiting and waiting, and then they came and did that type of sham, wicked judgment. And they're planning to do the same now. But now, with hearing what is going on, the FBI files will have to be released, and I sense very strongly that and some others have called on the FBI that because of the case that is going on in Nigeria with the Supreme Court, that already just quickly fast forwarded the hearing to this Monday, because they know that 31st of October is the day that FBI is going to start releasing Tinubu and what is in those files. They know that there is no way any judge in his right mind, no matter how much they have been bribed, that time, after those files come out, no judge will have the heart to collect money and thwart justice and twist justice in favor of Tinubu. So that's why quickly they want to do this on Monday, so that by the time the files are released, it will be like it's too late. He's a sitting president. Even the highest court in the land has upheld his presidency. And what they are planning to do is the same old game of technical before the hearing is over. Then we'll see what they will do. And all his puppets, the ones that are heartless, that go on TV, that go on Twitter, that is now X, that go to try and make right something that is obviously evil. Everybody knows Tinubu is a crook, and that's the one they are doing everything to ensure that he continues or remains president in this nation. Has insecurity changed? How many girls have been abducted now, kidnapped in schools, abducted in schools? Innocent children that are it has not stopped. Tinubu is not saying anything about security. Thing already completely overwhelmed. Protect his stolen mandate. And that's what they are doing. See what they've done to the House of Rep, what they've done among the senators. And the senators, they are so heartless. That's why, truly, I don't know. So far, the only two that I can say I can vouch for, or let maybe say more, but I vow, I can say because of the track proven past record of Obi, we can say if Obi were to be there, the foolishness that is happening, the corruption that is going on, the wickedness that we currently see, it would have been a thing of the past. Or, okay, let me even say, look at somebody like Oti, the one that is there from Abia State. How many months has he been there? But see, change. Can you see when you get the right kind of leadership, the kind of transformation that will take place? But Tinubu has no agenda of transformation, no agenda of stealing, distributing it among his friends. And I'm so ashamed of the other so-called opposition that are in the different houses, the ones in the Senate and the ones in the House of Rep. What are they doing? Money, they're using about 160 million to buy jeeps, to buy the cars for them, for their constituencies, as if these people really care about their constituencies. Sometimes I feel like some of them, especially the obedient movement, because people's hearts were soft and tender, people wanted change, so they sneaked in there to be elected, and they got elected, and they got there and joined the bandwagon of corrupt thieves. And now some of them have the mouth to come out and be saying, Abure, why did Abure come to talk to them about not collecting the jeeps that are going to be bought for them? Will Abure give them what they will go to their places? Their salaries are enough. And listen, do you need a car of 160 million to be able to visit your constituency? I mean, can you see how heartless people can be? That's why it is said, the love of money is the root of all evil. Even the so-called upright can be corrupted when money comes in. And so that's why we cannot allow Tinubu to continue. Do the needful. This is the last chance. Nigerians have been saying that the judiciary or the justice system is the last hope of the common man. But did it happen during the tribunal hearing with Justice Samani and the rest? No, they didn't care about the common man. In fact, this idea of let the poor breathe is all a lie. They actually want to choke life out of the poor. They want to impoverish the poor, make the poor poorer. That's their vision. That's their agenda. Tinubu has no plan. You can see he's playing aimless. Everything they are doing is how to maintain their grip and their hold on power. And I'm telling you, Nigerians have been saying, I have been calling on you that if the Supreme Court, that is the last court, the apex court of the land, does not do the right thing, and they judge this case on the basis of technicalities and throw it off, don't wait. For. That's why I've been saying, if this case and say it lacks merit, whatever is being said concerning the certificate is also mundane, wicked, heartless technicalities that is only done by corrupt, weak judges. And then they're even saying they're not doing the law and not public opinion. We are not talking about public opinion. We are talking about the Constitution upholding way it happened with judges that are out of the Supreme Court that are going to be
My people, it's raining cats and dogs over here. This is why the connection is being interrupted. I don't understand. It's heavy rain. It's never been this bad though. But my connection is seriously being interrupted. Okay, it's come back on. 1 second. Let me pause this. Let me pause this so I can bring it back on. My people, I'm sorry. Oh. When I say no be me, they cause am. Hey, Kwerekwe. Mm. Please, can you hear me? Please, oh, indicate if you can hear me before I you. We got to manage them like this, so we gotta manage it like this. Uh 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 uh. Da, 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 da. Gang, gang, da. A James Bond movie. We're about to witness some action movie. Can you guys hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can you hear me? Can you indicate with a yes if you can hear me? Please don't very very poor. What did I do to you people? Who did I offend? Phone and like now only finger I go take like now. Nothing past that one. Eh? Mona still like. Can you hear me? Please, oh, can I get a yes? If you guys can hear me. You guys are not hearing me. I don't understand. This whole thing is messing with me. It's not gonna win. I know, I know, and it's them. They're trying to do something. It's not gonna work. Can you guys hear me? Please, can I get a yes? Can I get a yes, 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 yes? Can you guys acknowledge that you can hear me before I continue with the this is crazy. Thank you, Kene. Thank you. I appreciate. Wow. Okay, it's loading back. So let me go back here, play the video. We can wrap this up. Exactly. Mm. Oh, more, I don't understand too. The rain kicks, it keeps kicking me. My internet, it keeps getting, I don't know, it keeps getting cut out. I think we're just gonna stop the video here, so I can't. Let me share my link. I'm having to use my phone right now. If anybody has anything to add, we can talk about it and what your expectations are. I have zero expectations for tomorrow, just so you guys know. I mean, I think you guys already know my stand. I know that the Supreme Court is not going to do jack. So that's already out there. I already know that. I'm not expecting anything from them. They can save it. Do you understand? It's up to them. We're literally writing history right now. It's up to them to decide. I heard that a lot of the judges are stepping down. They are down to 10 now, right? I think, I don't know how many they were, whether they were 15, I don't know. But it's a few of them. There's one that's due to retire next week or so, this coming week. So he stepped down. I heard about another person and someone else. So if you people have stepped down, we'll see how it plays out. Personally, I'm not holding my breath. I'm looking at Nigerians. Now that one, me na Nigerians, me they look, not be waiting this week, because Supreme Court is not gonna do jack. They're not gonna do, they've been paid and bought for. The man is he's pissing his pants right now, because he doesn't know what the FBI is going to release, when they're going to, whether they will release and bam, first thing in the morning tomorrow. Now I don't know. So he heart dey on top of his head right now. He don't come up for his body. He dey outside. The man they say, hey, why be say now when I want run, now these people come open eye, now everybody come walk. Now people can understand their role as citizens. Hey, all this knowledge, the man is in panic mode right now. I can tell you that for free. And then they find David. They not fit see David though. Then not only if they fit catch wind, now they go fit take see David. Nothing when they fit do to that boy. That boy was born for them. Now him be their nemesis. They born am for this wicked ancestral generation. Now him make them born David and a lot of the obedience. A lot of us when we dey here now because of these people, now him make us dey alive now. They fight this battle. I'm telling you, they never expected it. They never expected it at all. They are all running helter skelter. They are sending MC Mushroom Pikin and the K1 the ultimate, that artist. Oh God, I just dey laugh as I dey read them. I say, really? When I don't turn so now be goons for this man. What a shame! What a monumental disgrace! Hey, my goodness! People have reduced themselves to mere thugs. For one man's ambition, because you want to do Emilokan. It can never be well with them. It can never be well with them. Everything when they run around, they try to get, all of them go fail. Now everything he's falling flat on his face. I read something Dele Momodu put up on Twitter where he was saying that he described Agbado people as happy slaves. That man get out too. I laugh. I say, whoa, what an apt description. They are happy slaves. They are happy slaves. Usually when I come on live, before, I don't know that I notice, they go come here, call they type nonsense comment. None of them get the audacity to come now because their reputation is in the gutter. None of them get the, what did they want to talk? E get one way they throw me that I go they speak big English. I never forget them for my comment section. I never see that man comment, whether na man, whether na woman, I don't know. You go they speak English. You go they correct in papa English and in mama English. Now same English na my papa language. You concern me. Now you be the happy slave. Now you still the wrong colonial mentality. What concern me? I send una papa. As far as I feel speak my own language, you concern me, concern una. I never see them again. They're not they troll again. Before they will come and leave one insinuating comment and take off. Now they can't. They're scoring away like rats now because their great grand ancestor is in the mud. Emilokan's in the mud. Shame, not let them come out again. Shame, not let them get mouth again. They're not born them well. May they come, may they try type rubbish from my comment. They're not they come again. They are all covered in mud. All of them now, they don't even they see food chop. Come and see them littered on Twitter streets, begging for urgent 2K. I can tell you how many, if I tell you how many DMs I don't get from all these people, urgent 2K. Una go say, wow, I'm telling you, these same people, when we say they won't perish with this ancestor, all of them. No. This generation prepare for them like the woto when they collect for Twitter. My goodness. Bumper to bumper, no space to breathe. They come with one, obedience will attack from all ends. Hey, it is sweet me. I say, wow. Like, seriously, well-meaning Nigerians and obedience, my goodness. Now we be the opposition for that country. Look at PDP. Now PDP, now we even they give PDP small courage. You not see the press conference when they can't do. If you listen to how they talk, you'll know say now from obedience vibe that they tap from. Because they know that obedience will like that press conference. That's why they did it the way they did. My people, we shall never be silent anymore. This country, they have taken it to the gutters, man. They don't drag the thing, enter poto, waiting past poto, and they drag Nigeria into. I'm not expecting the Supreme Court to do jack. Like what Dr. Goro or Dr. Haruna Goro just said, that is it. Nigerians, it is up to us. Nigerians, it is up to us. This rubbish needs to stop. If this man no get any small chickenless shame left for him to step down and say, okay, you know what, it's okay. Before the FBI release, make it there, make the embarrassment surplus. Ah, God. Mr. Jonathan, long time, welcome. Oh, sorry, I'm Sunday. Happy Sunday. Oh, good to have you on the
Thank
show.
you. Thank you very much. Thanks, thanks,
Welcome.
thanks for the good work you are doing. God bless you.
Thank God. Oh. Now only one country we get, my brother. We don't know where the day when go break tomorrow.
Yeah,
We don't know.
we don't know.
Mm.
Yeah, Mr. Harun Ogoro, he, I mean, he stated it. I mean, he couldn't have, said it more clearly,
Yes.
expressly.
Yes.
You know, what we have in Nigeria now, we all know. I said it earlier, yeah, on one of the platforms earlier today. But what we have now is mediocrity. We should just manage our expectation as far as the Supreme Court is concerned. We should manage our expectation. We should not expect anything good, to come out from that court. Um, well, anyone can raise. Everyone has the right to raise his or her own
Okay, Mr.
expectation.
Jonathan, can you put off your YouTube? It's echoing. The background noise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to put that one off. Yeah, it's
Is
echoing
it
for me.
better now?
It's much better. Thank you, Kenny. Is the echo gone now, Kenny?
Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
You can go ahead. I think it's fine now.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay. All right. I think I'm better now, right?
Yes, you are. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So as I was saying, I said we should just manage our expectation. We shouldn't expect anything. I don't know why I'm echoing. Am I still echoing?
No, you're not. Not anymore.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's fine. So nothing to expect from them. You know, we all know the mediocrity that is going on there, the obvious conflict of interest, and they're still going ahead. You know, they don't even have shame anymore.
Uh,
They are
Shame.
they're so blatant with it now.
There's a so I was reading something on the Atlantic News. Chimamanda had written another letter again to actually directly to Biden. I'm just going to state what she said, like, the comment she made, just one comment. It was a long read. So if you guys want to read it, it's on Twitter. You can go to her page and check it out. I think it was well written. Of course, I can't expect anything. And meanwhile, Igboho say buying of farmers by herdsmen in Oyo, Ogun must stop. So that one don't come back. The man ready to come and fight for him people. It's going to be real in Nigeria. Let me read that comment. I want to read it to you guys. I thought it was a very, very timely comment that she made. The article was well written, of course. Just bear with me here. Where is it? Okay. So in one of the statements as she was writing, he's still echoing, Kenny. But I thought he was. Yeah, Mr. Jonathan, can you speak?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Kenny, is it still echoing? I can't hear the echo. Okay. Well, while he's trying to respond to me, so she's saying congratulating its outcome, that's directing it to President Biden. Congratulating its outcome, President Biden, tarnishes America's self-proclaimed commitment to democracy. Please do not give the sheen of legitimacy to an illegitimate process. The United States should be what it says it is. That's the only thing when I just snipped that and reposted it. But I read the entire thing. It was well written. It was apt. Matter of fact. Meanwhile, MC Mushroom Pekin and K1 the Ultimate Agbaya. They are chasing David all around the area. Then they look for her to catch. They put bounty on the small boy head. Eh? It's crazy. You're still hearing the echo from me? I don't understand though. Can you still hear it now? I don't, there's nothing, no device is on. Let me see. Maybe this thing came back and I did not know. No, it's not. Okay. Well, we'll go your manager now because me no know. Uh-huh. I think it's fine now. I think it should be, So so there's a lot of and then of course people are protesting all over the world, which I really appreciate. For me, I just showed up. I was like, you know what? I I have to do some. Everybody has to do something, but I can only speak for myself. I can't fold my hands. Monday is here already. The Supreme Court, me, I'm not expecting anything from the Supreme Court. Me, I've already made that one known since tele that it ain't gonna happen. Zero. Tomorrow, I'm not even gonna waste my time. I'm going to listen to what people had to say about it because I know those people have been bought, and not only by within, also from outside. Mr. Jonathan, you can speak.
I know, yeah. Obviously, they have been bought. We shouldn't be expecting anything. I dare them anyway. You know, to do anything otherwise. I mean, to deliver justice. They can't. They just can't do that. They don't have. The the capacity to do that now. They have been bought. All of them. You know, we saw the selection, the makeup of the panel.
Mm-hmm.
When you have someone who is a card carrying member of APC, whose mother, a blood relation, is included in the Supreme Court panel that will decide this case. Talk of conflict of interest. What do you need? The idea that the Chief Justice of Nigeria even allowed that to come in at all says it all. There's no justification for that because you are learned. You know what conflict of interest is. That is law 101. What is conflict? Conflict of interest. How else do you want to define that? So bringing such a person to the panel describe the state of mind of these justices in the first place, because they are selected by it all comes from the Chief Justice of the Federation.
Yeah. Did you hear some of them are stepping down? Did you hear about that?
Even the one that is stepping down few days from now shouldn't have been a member of the panel, because that will lead up to a constitutional crisis. What do you want to say if this case continues, say, till November 1st? So that they are setting up technicalities. They are setting it up. Just what we saw before, during, and right at the judgment of the tribunal itself, the Presidential Petition Tribunal itself. We saw the setup for technicalities right from the beginning, when they gave INEC court order, for crying out loud, to provide the results that you have of the elections that you conducted, and they blatantly, openly disregard not one, not two orders by that court. And the same court, not a different court, not a different panel, the same one, still coming out to say that there are no evidence. When the respondent that you gave order violated your order, and no sanction of any kind. We all saw what happened in Chicago. The judge gave order. We saw how swift Chicago State responded, even if they still have their own, they have a lot of questions to answer, but they had to, and they did that to the court order. They responded to the court order, not in Nigeria. That is what we have. So they are playing. We saw how they set up technicalities from the beginning. They are playing technical. They are setting it up. So this is one of them. Because if that man up by tomorrow do not recuse himself and then come a week later is retired, you have created a serious constitutional problem. A serious one. Because
so what is the effect of that? So
the
let's
effect
say
of that is that there has to be any decision made by that court, by the Supreme Court, that is less than 7 justices is unconstitutional. 5 justices cannot be there, 6 cannot be there. There must be 7. There must be 7 Supreme Court justices. If they are less and then they came up with a judgment, that judgment cannot hold water. At least that has been stated by lawyers, by experts here. So it can't hold. It's like Justice Samani tribunal September 6th, and then that particular day, instead of 5 of them showing up, only 3 of them showed up. That judgment can't hold water. It can't, because they will say that there has to be there. What about the decision of the decision or the opinion of that judge or justices that is not there? Because it's a game of number. There are 7, 3 to 4. Even if the entire 5 or 6 made their opinion, the fact that 1 is not there, it can. That is how the law operates. That's just how the law operates. It's a legal. This is a legal thing. So they are setting that up, and that's another thing. That's another issue. That's just another issue. But again, as I said, no one should heighten or his expectation. We all, at least for me, and everyone should just manage their expectation, so that when they come up with their rubbish tomorrow, there will be no surprise or surprises at all from at least from a reasonable sense. You don't expect anything from these people. That's my position. That's my position for that. And this guy, what's his name? MC Oluomo and Wasiu, teaming up together. That's what you get in a society where where you have criminals that are in charge. When you have criminals, when you have mediocres running the show, you see, it takes charge over common sense. It takes charge over the rule of law. Impunity will be the order of the day. That's what we're seeing now. Hello. 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 Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Sorry, I
Okay.
don't.
Yeah,
Is
I was saying just before I lost you there. I was saying,
yeah.
talking about MC Oluomo and Wasiu Ayinde, that they have sent out their bulldogs all over the world.
Yes.
They place a
Yes.
price on David Udein's head. See, and I said that's what you will see in a society where impunity is the order of the day. They have there is nothing like rule of law in Nigeria. And when you have mediocres, because I try to come up with how to describe this set of people we have in Nigeria now that are running, that are calling the shots, the government, because I refuse to call them leaders. That name is too exalted for them to call them that name. I refuse to call them leaders. They are running the government. Those that are running the government of Nigeria today, when you look at them, each and every one of them, I don't know I don't know the name to ascribe to them other than to call them mediocres. And for me, that's who they are. These people are just mediocres. And nothing good can come out of it. Nothing good can come. Nothing of excellence can come out of them. Nigerians should not expect anything from these people. How? A rational mind will expect anything good from these people that are calling the shot in Nigeria now. You have to be a psychopath. You have to be an hypocrite of the highest order. And to be blunt, you have to be a complete ignoramus to believe that something good will come out of this government. How? Please describe it for me in layman terms, just in a simple way. How will it come? From where? Economically? What are the economic? Everything that comes out from them is all lies every day. No, you can't hold on to anything. Everything is all lies. It's pure lies. You just, it's like, sometimes you sit down, try to even follow the Nigerian, news, the news media in Nigeria. Okay, let me spend like half an hour or an hour. Let me listen to one or two, Nigerian, mainstream media. It's like at the end of the day, you are hearing them. It's like everything they are saying, it's all lie because you've heard it before. They just have to come and say something. Even those that are reading it, they know that they are reading lies. The journalists, the reporters, the news, the program anchors, all of them, they are just reading lies. It's not going to happen. Nigerian government has signed up for this. Nigerian government will do this. The other day I was hearing that Emzor Pharmaceutical, that is the maker of paracetamol, amongst one of the other, many other medical products that they manufacture. The most popular one of them is paracetamol. Emzor is going to invest 23 million in Nigeria. Is a lie. Why are you believing that? Every news that comes out is a lie. But the way they see it is there's something we call promo. When you promote something, you do that's what they do. They do promotion. They promote everything that comes out is to promote it. Nigerians are just like, to them is a game. Let's hype them. Come up anything that you have, please. We have to sing it. We have to sell it to them. Just say it out to them, knowing fully well that they are not going to do it. Those things are not even going to happen.
Look
But
at
they
the
still
one
have
that
to say it
get
anyways.
and another lie that they said is this, right? The Senate, the Nigerian Senate says plans are on the way to amend the Electoral Act to accommodate compulsory electronic transmission of results ahead of 2027 general election. You and I know those are lies, just to push all these lies out, maybe to see which one sticks, so that people can say, okay, I think Agbado. Not, I responded and I say that will not move a needle in the grand scheme of things as it stands right now, with a criminal drug baron in office. Amoda, aka Tinubu, needs to step down now so we can fix everything he has broken. Lies,
Good
lies,
night.
lies. Who is Jega? I don't know. I've been hearing this Jega come out and he's saying that the election was rigged.
Don't
Who is
mind,
he?
don't mind that. Don't mind that one. Don't mind him. See, in Nigeria, as we all know it, the blind, those that are blind, they know that the election was rigged. Even the lame, the deaf, people that cannot even hear, everybody they know that the Nigerian election was rigged. Massive election malpractices. Everybody knows. So what Jega is coming out to say now is not new, except for the fact that he was once, the INEC chairman. So he has that platform. He can come out. But the question is, why now? Why is he doing that now? October 22nd, 2023, more than 6 months after the election, you are coming out now to say that. Why? Because in Nigeria, see, the political class in Nigeria, they can't come out and say anything or bring anything to the forefront without an agenda. They can't. They don't have that capacity. It has to be that something is not working for them or something is there for them to gain. Each time you see them come out, it is one of those two. So when you see them speak, you have to don't just read the headlines. Don't just read the headlines or listen to their interviews. No, the caption. No, you first of all have to look at it from these two angles. Why is he coming out? That's a question. And that will bring you to those two critical questions, which is that, is there anything for him to gain? Or is there anything that is currently losing now? I can bet you 99.9% of every so-called Nigerian elite that comes out, they come out because of one of those reasons, one or two. In fact, it is either one of those two that they come out. They don't come out empty. No, they cannot come out empty. Nigeria is not structured that way. It's a fraud. Even the likes of Falano and all the likes of them, when they come out, even the Soyinka, the so-called exalted Soyinka, we all saw, at least the last few months, we saw his nakedness. We saw his true color. There has to be something must be there for a Nigerian politician, a Nigerian elite that has a platform. Whenever he or she comes out, there is something. It is either something is in it for him or her, or is losing something, is not getting something. And once you know that, you can first of all put those two questions in front of you before you start listening to whatever they have to say. Once you have those two questions in front of you, listen to them. Before they finish that interview, you will know, oh, okay, this is the reason. This one is expecting something, he has not gotten it. This one is already getting something, and that's why it's coming out now to reinforce it, to protect it. Because those that are with Agbado now, they cannot come out and say the truth because they are getting something from it now. So we all know their position whenever they come. Those that are also the other set that are coming out criticizing him of one way or the other because they are not getting. It is not about the Nigerian people. It has never been about the Nigerian state. It is
That's true.
about an individual or set of people. That's how crooked that country is. Jega coming now saying this now is simply because he is missing out.
They did not give him something.
They
Something
did
didn't
not
touch
give him
his hand.
something. And even if it is not him directly, it could be his godfathers
Right.
that we don't know their faces, but he is their
Yeah.
face. He is like their bulldog. They send him out. Go and speak now. This is the time now because we are not getting what we should. That's why they are coming out. They can't. So when you, that's why everything is all lie. And there cannot be good in an atmosphere of deception. You can't get anything productive from an environment of deception. And that's what we have in Nigeria, whether we like it or not. It is an atmosphere of deception. Everything the government says is lie. I mean, that's just put it that way, is a lie. Tell me anything that Buhari did in his 8 years, that Buhari announced throughout the 8 years of Buhari, that we're seeing the result, the fruitful result of it today. If
None.
anybody, I'm
Zero.
ready to debate any one of them.
Mhm.
Please mention it and let's talk about it. One, not even two. Make it easy, make it much easier for anybody who wants to talk about it. Mention one.
Dr. Haruna Goro said it all now. It was Fulani agenda that Buhari came to fulfill. That's the answer. You know, everybody is saying the truth now. Everybody is have become fearless now. All these things, people didn't used to come out and say it openly. But he said it. Dr. Haruna Goro just said it. It has always been about Fulani agenda. Fulani self is not even indigenous to Nigeria. You see Omoale that we carried inside. See what we are suffering. Go on, my brother.
That's correct. That's what we have. And they're already telling us now we should let it go. Let Tinubu do his 4 years. And then and that's one part of their deception. The other part of their deception is that he has just started. He's still putting up his team. He's still putting up his team. How long? There's this Yoruba adage. If it takes you so long to prepare for madness, how long will you now spend in that madness proper? It's taking them like this long to prepare. And during the election, they said he's a magician, that he can turn metal to gold. A man that did not campaign, a man that did not come out to tell us what he's going to do. So how do you want to hold him responsible now?
They say na strategist.
They
He
say
does. He doesn't say he does strategize us enter inside deep, deep down inside the ocean.
That's what he did. So how do you want to hold him accountable now? Because as the saying goes, whatever you say will be used against you. Tinubu did not say anything. After all, he didn't say anything during the campaign. So what do you want to hold? Manifesto? Manifesto is a political party thing. It's not a presidential. Is it APC? Do we now go to the APC chairman now to hold him accountable? We are holding Tinubu. Nigerians are holding. Each and every Nigeria is holding Tinubu accountable. Not APC, not the chairman of APC. That's a political thing. What plans do you have for Nigeria? Education, healthcare, electricity, housing, transportation. Just tell us, what's your plan? Security. That man has nothing for security. Nothing as far as security is concerned. See, security is getting worse by the day in Nigeria. Because he didn't tell us, he didn't put it on the table for Nigerians. Nothing. So what can you say now? To say, okay, you said this is what we're seeing. You can't. What did Tinubu say about education during the campaign? Please let everybody comes out and tell us how Tinubu is going to transform the Nigeria educational system.
Did he
How
say
Tinubu
anything
is going
about
to transform the
anything?
Nigeria healthcare system, provide housing for Nigerians, and how Tinubu is going to solve electricity problem. Electricity problem that you are going to solve in a year. We will have been seeing the sign now. This is your 6th month in power. You are running now. You are entering your 6th month now. Nothing. So because there is nothing to hold him accountable on. Nothing. He didn't promise Nigerians anything. He didn't.
He promised to
did not appear
dance.
for any job interview.
He promised to dance. Come on
Yeah,
now.
that's it.
He
And now they are
promised, say, I
dancing.
just feel like dancing. That's the only. And then he said he was going to snatch it, grab it, and run away with it. He did that one now.
He
Let's
did
give
that.
him let's give him credit where it's due.
No
He
one can
snatched
hold
it, he's
no one
grabbed
can
it.
hold Tinubu responsible for anything. No one.
Now is about, but now we'll know tomorrow whether he's running away true. So those the last one he will fulfill tomorrow. We will see whether it will be fulfilled tomorrow. They never came out for any interview. They packaged him. They will do choreographed interview with him. He will say a few words. When they say test microphone, he lick microphone. You understand? Where the way he take get piece for body, where they put camera for him body, where he found himself, he didn't know where he was. He didn't know
Even
what was
now,
going on.
even now, to add salt to injury, even now as president, if you even want to give him the benefit of doubt, they run that show, that shameless show during the campaign, package him, put him there. Even now that Tinubu is president, Tinubu cannot face to face have a media chat for 15 minutes. He can't, unless the packaged setup where they will bring maybe Abati, and they will bring Sheung. They have prepped them what they are going to ask. They will not push further. They will not dig deeper on any of his responses. I'm not saying that even if they are going to do anything, that's the script. We know the script. That's the script. The Tinubu cannot hold any press conference now, as in let Tinubu just stand. Maybe he just finished a cabinet meeting, or he just finished a meeting, whatever meeting in Aso Rock, and he stepped out for 5 minutes to answer the media, unprepared as a president. He can't. And you say you are the president of a nation, of Nigeria, for crying out loud. He can't. He can't do that. So we are in big trouble. And the people that are supposed to hold him accountable, hold the executive branch of the government accountable, those ones also, in fact, they are the worst. The legislature, they are the worst of it all. They have all been bought. Did you know in any country, anywhere in the world, in the Western world, why people just resign? These are my own conviction, things that I believe in strongly. And see, truth is constant. Truth will always be truth. You can't change it. It's the truth that you have here. Truth is the same everywhere. You cannot manipulate truth. You can't. If you are a public servant, a politician, whether you are appointed or you are elected, see, for you to serve your people productively, you must have that integrity. The moment that integrity is broken, you got to step out. You got to step aside, as the popular saying of one military leader, former military, shenanigan in Nigeria. You got to go. You can't any longer. You can't, because everything you can't anymore. That is why in Nigeria, no matter how clean you are, how clean that you are, and you come into the Nigerian political scene, the first thing they want to do is to have something that they can use against you.
Exactly.
They must
Something can hold over you. Yes.
they will throw it at you. They will throw money at you that you cannot resist. And once you eat it, you are
No, let me
done.
correct that too. Mr.
Yeah,
Jonathan, let me
yeah.
quickly say something there. They will throw money at you to the people who are greedy and gluttonous. It's not everybody that money catches, though. It's not. Unfortunately, the people that they find are usually the weakest people morally. They are morally bankrupt. So they look for the greedy ones, the gluttonous ones. When we say they go chop for back, chop for front, chop all around, chop me and my family alone. They have eyes for them. Those are the ones they attract and prop them up and throw money at them. It's not everybody that is moved by it. Doesn't matter how much money you give to people. Some people will say no. There are people like that have conquered greed, don't care about all these material things like that. They just want enough to sustain themselves, their families, be able to do a few things. That's it. It's
Yeah, I
not
know.
everybody. Oh.
I know. I agree.
So yeah, I just wanted to say
I
that.
agree with you that there are people like that. At least we have one. At least we have one now in the person that is out there in the person of Peter Obi. We have at least now that at least we have one. But in this present government of the day in Nigeria now, well, maybe someone can point out one for me, one individual, maybe one. Then maybe we can highlight that individual that at least we're going somewhere, because all it takes is just for one person to make to start. But look at the National Assembly. Over 400 of them, almost 500 of them combined, Senate and House of Rep. If the, maybe one, if we can see one that today now has not been compromised, let that individual comes out, because if that individual or individuals are there, at least by now they should have been out, because those are the people that were elected. They are the eyes of the people. They are the mouthpiece of the people. The Nigerians that cannot be seen, those that their voices cannot be heard. That's why they are there. Now they are silent. They can't say anything. They can't do anything. Do you know that if we have a very, very vibrant system like the legislature in Nigeria, you know that we'll not even be talking of judiciary doing the right thing today.
Of course not. We'll be quiet.
We'll be
Everybody go
quiet
just be quiet.
because
We'll
because
just
the,
wait till
the
tomorrow.
judiciary will have heard it loud and clear.
Exactly.
But because those people are silent, they didn't say anything. Just come out and say the truth. See, one of the easiest job to do in politics is opposition. Opposition is the easiest job to do, because why? See, you can oppose anything. If the executive comes out and even they come out with the best policies or policy, a that is unmatched, you can still come out and criticize it. Governance is the thing. To govern is very tough. Let's make no mistake about that. When you are in governance, because by that time you will have seen everything. Everything will have been open to you. Those things you are criticizing, you will see it. Whether the country is in debt, you will know. Whether the company is in bankruptcy or near bankruptcy, you will know. Whether there is money or there is no money, you will know. Everything about the security apparatus of the country, you will know. All the secret intelligence of the country, internally and externally, will be in front of you. You will know. You will know everybody. You will know everything. Then you will know whether you have to take decisions, tough decisions. Because when you see the files of people that have run the country, that have dried the country, that make the country dry, the decision whether to allow them to stay, to continue to stay, or to fire them, you will be confronted by it. Tough decisions. You will face them like this. Like as in face to face. Now you have to do something. You are in opposition before. Now do something. So if you cannot be a good opposition, you cannot be a good government. You can't. It's not possible. These are just the facts, and that's the problem we have in Nigeria till today. Every successive government, they have never been an effective opposition, so they just come to power and continue
Never.
the
This is the
rubbish.
first time I think we're experiencing real opposition on the side of the people, not political
No,
parties.
yeah, on the side of
The
the people.
people. The
On the
people
side
have
of the
now
people.
formed, the obedient and well-meaning Nigerians have now formed
Yeah.
such a forceful opposition that they're even afraid now that they scatter when they see obedient and well-meaning Nigerians. Just as an aside, this guy, Sheikh Gumi, I think that they call him, he dey raise fund for Palestine. Meanwhile, people they IDP. Hey God, I beg you.
See, when you connect the dots, you see that's the, you see that box that you just open now. Uh, that's that one alone. If we stay on that, we can stay on that. You see that box that you open now is our major is our major problem. That you see that the northern Nigeria, their association with, in fact, the association with with terrorists, because that's one way for them to continue to stand. They must continue to stand. They finance all these organizations, and they have them within their midst. The ISIS, they are all there are reports, international media reports that we've all heard, we've all listened to, how they have infiltrated Nigeria. The ISIS, Al Qaeda, they are all within the Boko Haram. They have infiltrated the Boko Haram. Why will he not raise money for Hamas? Why will he not? Because that
I
is their
beg,
that
I
is
don't
their
want
cons-
to talk
that is their
about
that,
them.
why
Oh,
will he
me
not?
just
Because
talk
that
them
is
as
their
an
primary
aside. I
that is
read,
their primary constituency.
yeah,
Nigeria
I
is
know.
not their Nigeria is not their primary constituency.
It's
That
not
is their
clearly,
primary
and they're trying to
constituency.
take Abuja as their own. Say Abuja na not. Thank God for Dr. Aruna Guru.
See,
Because me, I stayed in Abuja for a little bit. There were Gwari people. So me, I can't the wonder, say, where this one they become not. Eh? So you see,
see,
when we allow in, you don't turn to
when
another landlord. You don't
when
want to
we're
turn
talking
landlord on top of our head.
that one is a joker. See, when we're talking about the 25%, where is Abuja in the sixth geopolitical zone in Nigeria? If Abuja is the north, or Abuja is part of the north, or Abuja part of the north? Why is Abuja not included in northeast, or not, at least northwest Nigeria, or north central? Abuja would have been part of northwest. Abuja is just less than 2 hours to Kaduna. Abuja is just less than 2 hours to Kogi. Is just side by side with all those states. So it will have probably been part of northwest or north central. Why is it that they left Abuja alone to stand alone as a federal capital territory? Why is it not included?
Efiele Oga, wo, there's another one when Cardinal John Onayekon. He said, when I heard Professor Mahmoud on television, even yesterday, telling us that everything went perfectly well, I shed tears. He knows he knows he was not telling the truth. That's what the cardinal said. Because he said it, the Arewa group came for him and said he's being hateful with his, hey God. You see, as a quick one change word for person, I say Nigeria.
Maybe because we're in a lawless society, in a normal climb. What's his name? Yakubu now should have been indicted at the least, if not in prison.
He suppose dey prison dey chop water down beans. You know that beans wey dey cook
In a
when
normal,
water or full am.
in a normal, in,
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, I think we lost his audio. Mr. Jonathan,
no,
can you
I'm
hear
here.
us? Oh,
No, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, I was saying that in a normal society, in a normal climb, Yakubu, I mean, at least at the least, the very least, at least they will say, okay, the process is still ongoing. They want to give him fair trial. I mean, they can still manipulate it like that, do something, but he's still at the end. He's still calling the shots. Nine, still have the audacity now. He's going to be at the helm conducting election in Imo State in few weeks now. Election in Kogi State. He's still going to call them. Can you see how ridiculous? and shameless that country is. You have no shame. Can you imagine that? That Yakubu is still in charge, and somebody is coming out telling us that they are going to run they are now working to put out a bill that the 2027 election. Once full, where there's a saying that once full, twice shy. So the way
Once
they
beaten,
deceive,
twice shy.
once beaten, twice shy. Thank you, my sister. The way they deceived Nigerians, they manipulated Nigerians, get people out to vote, campaign, use all the resources, get people out to vote, to come out that 2023 is going to be a game changer and all the rest of it.
Play along, just be lying to them and be very, yeah. And when you are saying it, do make sure you are saying it really, like with your emotions. They coach them now, so they were, you Nigerians, they are very they're going to see through you, so just play along, just play along. That's what they kept telling them.
They think they can do that again. They think the present electoral law, the electoral act is perfect as it is. Whatever they want is perfect. The only thing is that they will not, even if they that electoral act, even if they say this, they amend it, these people will still do the same, because they see, if elections were conducted in Nigeria today, free and fair election, no manipulation of any kind, Tinubu will not get the APC will not gather 20% of the votes.
20%, I be like 100 people no vote. Reach people no reach 100 when they will vote for them.
In Nigeria today, at any point in time, in Nigeria, they are talking of 2027. Who will sign that amendment? The amended, if and when amended, who will sign it? Is it not Tinubu that will eventually sign it? If he's still the president, if at all, they think they can deceive Nigerians. And Yakubu saying that they conducted the election was the how did he say it? He said
Free and fair. It was free and fair.
You can see how they are taking Nigerians for granted.
Yep.
They just think people are fools. He's still running his mouth.
Yeah. It was free and fair. It was smooth. The election was the best we've ever had. Hey, God, don't inform me.
Okay, two quick questions for him, because if we have journalists, if he said that in front of journalists, if we don't have blockhead journalists in Nigeria, blockhead journalists, if it were to be in front of journalists, maybe just a quick media chat, and the media there, they cannot ask him like right off the head, what happens to the order that the court gave you? Why did you refuse to produce the entire result of the election of February 2025? Why is it that there are so many discrepancies on IREF? Just a preliminary basic question that Yakubu, has to answer himself directly, not through surrogates, not through lawyers, but he himself as the chairman of INEC, just to answer the question, because he has never answered those questions directly himself. Why? I want to hear his responses to those just simple questions. Let's hear what he will say, and then how he will his responses, and then how he will still, with bold face, conclude that the election was free and fair. Today, what you have on IREF is still inconsistent. How can you stand as INEC chairman and you go to the election result was manipulated, was adulterated, TPEX all over the place, canceling, all over the place, pictures of people all over the place, and you are saying it's free and fair? You cannot even produce the results of the elections that you conducted because you conducted the election. You are in charge. You have to take full responsibility. It is you. That's what it means to be the CEO, to be the head. It is you that conducted that election. It is you that is in charge of the over 300 billion naira budget given to your office, to your agency as an independent electoral body. How do you want to defend that? And you still have the audacity to come out. Now he has no choice. He has to come out, trying to play the game because of the elections coming up in Imo and Kogi State. Because now he has to come out. That's the game they are playing. That's the game they are playing now. They just think, they think that Nigeria, they know that Nigerians are so forgetful. They are easily, forgetful. That, since February, March, and all this thing has been dragging on, people have now calmed down. Now you can start showing up a little bit. You can start coming out a little bit. This is how they do it, with their so-called advisors. You can now start coming out now. You can release one statement or the other. Let's see you now start coming out. Because normally, he should be able to raise up his head, his shoulder up high there after the election, going all over the place, even internationally, presenting Nigeria, talking about Nigeria, promoting Nigeria. If he had done well, but he has sat tight in Abuja there. He can't step out. He just can't step out of Abuja. Couldn't do that. He locked himself up in Abuja there, where you're supposed to be so proud, going all over the country, all over the world, talking about the election that you conducted. You should be proud, but you can't do that. Can Yakubu now go to any international forum or international forum there? Can Yakubu step up now and go to any international forum and defend the election of 2023?
He's not about to defend nothing. I mean, he's for the Fulani people now. So if he goes to the Arabian country,
No, I'm talking
where they
about him
welcome
coming
him,
out. Him coming out that the election was fair and fair. Because what he's saying is that he's defending it. I detest that with every fiber of my being.
of course, what do you expect? He will defend it now. What do you expect him to say?
No,
He has the president, governor, the federal government behind him. Even beyond the federal government, what do you want him to say? Come and say, okay, it's true. I feel bad. Yes, I lied. He's not going to do that. He's going to keep sticking to his lies.
I think it's better for him to keep silent. Keep silent, and even until after all this Supreme Court issue, everything is all settled. Why is it's just
He's been emboldened now. They've been emboldened. So when they call them come out, they try to make it feel like they've done something. So they come out with their head like peacock to come and defend nonsense. That's what they're doing.
Maybe I don't know when. I really don't know when he made that statement. Maybe the last 48 hours or so. But I do know that this past week, I know that staff of INEC, they are already lodging complaint.
They want him out. I saw
removal.
that. Yeah, they want him removed. But do you think that's going to happen? That's not going to happen.
That won't happen. Because at least now the money they collected from at least they've shared it. They are waiting to get more.
Exactly.
Waiting to get more from for Imo State election, waiting to get more for the Kogi State election. That's what he's waiting for now. He's waiting for
the highest bidder.
The highest bidder to come on board. That's what they do. Nigeria is a fraud. It's just the money. It's a cycle. Everybody have to pay each other. The Supreme Court. It's been all over the place, and I mentioned it earlier. The inclusion of a justice of the Supreme Court whose son is a card-carrying member of a political party. It's all about. It's just for her to get paid. Because if you are part of the panel, you get paid.
Yep.
See, Nigerian system is not complicated at all. It's very their crime is so easy to detect.
Very easy to convict. Very easy.
Very
I'm not a
easy.
justice. I would easily do it.
It's not their and because they have succeeded in doing it over the years, because
Yes, now.
Nigerians have been so complacent. They don't talk.
Yes.
They don't
Yes.
complain.
They got a
So
bold. Look at
they
this
got-
one that they did. It was
exactly.
so bad.
They don't care. They will
Mm-mm.
come to steal. They will do
Yep.
everything, and they will leave so many fingerprints all
Exactly.
and
They don't
nothing
care.
will happen.
Utter disregard and disrespect
Yes,
for the
exactly.
people.
So that is the way they play. So it is because of the obedient structure, the obedient movement now.
Yeah.
It is difficult for them now to, to adjust
Yes.
to meet the standard of this present generation.
Yeah.
They can't match it.
Yeah.
So that's why we're seeing all these mistakes.
They are struggling
all
to
over
match
the
it.
place. They
Yeah.
can't match it.
They are struggling to match. They can't.
They are struggling seriously because the only thing that is, one thing that is killing them is the social media. If they find their way to silence them, social media, Nigerians, then just the way they did for the mainstream in Nigeria, then they will probably have maybe a peace of mind somewhat.
They can't. As we speak, Nigerians in Nigeria, how many of them have light?
Mhm.
How many of them have data? Data, they buy data in Nigeria.
Yeah.
How many of them they fit stay online the way we did? Now the Nigerians outside of Nigeria, now them be the force. Most of the ones say they dey Nigeria, sometimes they go dey no connection. They feel they live like this, the thing go just disconnect. The person they hear the
Can you
person.
imagine? Can you imagine if it is those Nigerians that are in diaspora that are giving them this problem?
No.
What if Nigerians back home there have access
Exactly.
to the internet?
Mhm.
Normally, have full access to the internet.
Exactly.
I think
It
all
should
of
have
them
been
will have run to their villages. And
Guess
out
what?
of
They
the country.
intentionally keep the people in darkness. No light, no electricity, nothing. Data, you go buy data. Now, person when they look for food to eat, now everyone will they buy data. When you
it's a
never
market.
get food.
Yeah. For you to have, I might be wrong, though. I'm just looking in Nigeria, for you to have full access, 24/7 internet, no interruption in Nigeria, as in internet on the go, internet at home, internet at work. At least we spend more than 50,000 naira per month.
50K. No, you will spend more than that, oh.
Yeah. So,
more than 50,000.
More than 50. So how many people can afford that?
Thank you.
So that's it, and they want it to remain. They want the status quo to remain.
To make it easy for them to continue to cheat.
Yeah. So that they can perpetrate their lies. They can come. That's why they can spew out all these lies, as I said earlier. Everything that comes out of the government. Wait till tomorrow now. Go to Arise News. Go to channels. Listen to all the people they will bring. All their guests. All of them will come and be. Even I like to listen to those their anchor. Their when they are doing this their finance program or economy program or whatever. All those their economy related program that they are doing.
They will just come and gaslight the people. I don't go waste my time.
They will be throwing numbers out there. They will be talking as if it's like as if throwing statistics out there that we know that this thing cannot work in Nigeria.
Now statistics we go chop. What did they worry you now, my brother?
As if they will be talking of Nigeria interest rate. They will be talking of unemployment. Unemployment in Nigeria that we know that is over 50%. And they will come there, they will be telling you unemployment is now 20%, 22%. And you there, you know that what you are saying, is a lie. You can't go out there and even do your own investigation.
They
Come
no
out
go
and say the
bold
truth.
talk say na lie to their face when they don't give them brown envelope. Make they try am now. They'll lose their job, shut down the station. Nah, not be Nigeria.
In fact, see, it's a terrible thing. I as I said earlier, I don't have any expectation for as far as the Supreme Court is concerned. I'm just I just want them to dance naked, let them do their thing, you know. Um, but this man is coming down. Is coming down. Whatever they do is coming down. You know,
There's no
it
way
will.
he's gonna come down.
Yeah,
He's coming down for
it's
sure.
coming down.
It's too bad in Nigeria now. Every day, see the armed robbery that happened in Benue. See how terrible that armed robbery incident was. They so they buy people indiscriminately, just buy people anyhow. Broad daylight. You can't continue every
No,
day, Jonathan,
no.
my brother. Every day,
Well,
buy. When you no be abattoir, buy. No, seriously, buy. No be abattoir. We are not in a war. Meanwhile, some people for no, they have the audacity. They thought say they want to donate for Palestine. When your brothers and your sisters supposedly, air quotes, are in IDP camps around the country, you not see that one contribute for. You know go better for these people.
no, want to contribute to Palestine. See,
Um,
that there's no way one will touch that topic that one will not say some sensitive stuff.
I'm
See,
telling you,
there is no way one will touch that topic that one will not say some sensitive stuff,
they are
especially with
demanding
respect
for
to the
Agbado to
north.
come and take a stand with Palestine because
See,
Wike flew the flag of the other people. They say, Baba, Amoda, come and take a stand. Harry Face don't send a message, so we dey wait.
oh,
Mhm.
goodness me. Wike is, that they are surprised now because they thought that this Muslim thing will work for them, especially the
Now,
northerners. But
now they are getting the
it's not
shock
really
of their
going
life
their way.
at all.
It's not going there. Whether by default or not, it's just not going their way.
It's not working the way they
Mm.
thought it would work.
It's not working. And Tinubu cannot help them. You know why? You know why Tinubu cannot help them? Because either way,
Mhm.
the North is going to be dissatisfied.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing coming out from them now is going to get stronger and stronger to the point where they will even come out openly and start opposing Tinubu. Because why?
They already started.
If Tinubu want to support them and give them entirely what they want, Tinubu, with all those people that are backing him from the West, Tinubu will be confronted with a challenge. So it's like he's in the middle. He has to satisfy his Emilokan people.
Mhm.
Those,
Yes, master. Yes, master.
Bobaku,
Abobaku, yeah.
Lagosians, the likes of MC Oluomo and all the rest of them from the West. He has to satisfy them.
Yep.
While at the same time, these northerners are dragging him.
Yep.
Any position, they will give him nomination from the West. The Hausa people will give him their own nomination. The Fulani will give him their own nomination.
And he will choose the West all the
And he
time.
will
Now
choose the
West,
West.
now Western government. Now we Ronu
At
nation.
worst,
Now we do now.
he will give the West 4. He will give the North 1.
Yeah.
And if you want to, if you want to tilt a little bit, he will tilt to the central a little bit, or maybe give the Niger Delta 1 out of 6. That is the problem now.
Yep.
So either way, these northerners that backs Tinubu up, thinking that it's going to be in their favor, they are now soaked in now. They at the end, you will see what will be happening, especially in the coming days and weeks now. You will see. They are crying out already now. They're just seeing it now. Maybe Wike is showing them shege in Abuja. It's already showing them shege in Abuja. So we'll see, man. They didn't expect that. That's why Gumi came out. He's crying foul. He want all hell to break loose for him. Who? Even if what you are saying is even right, who will come out and die for you? Who?
Niger Delta people send that message. They say the message when the thing when talk is very insect. They take talk. I read something about from Niger Delta people. They send and threat directly. I say, oh my God, this is getting hot.
Because that's what they do in Abuja. Anyone that you know that if you look at the trajectory in Abuja, federal capital since 1999, the Northerners have been they have hold the position of FCT minister more than any other section of the country.
Yeah.
They have given it to them more than any section of the country. So you see one of the emir in the north. He ran to Abuja. He had a meeting with Wike because it's all about land there. Distribution of land, properties, and everything, and it's not in their favor.
Exactly.
And
they don't want.
Their problem is that Tinubu, as far as Abuja is concerned, what Tinubu did in Lagos. See, their only option now is to work together, get Tinubu out, let Peter Obi take charge. See, if they have sense at all,
if they have sense,
that's their best option now. See, what Tinubu did in Lagos is a child's play. Tinubu will grab lands in Abuja. That's by the time he's done with them, they will have themselves to blame. You see, as time goes on, how we distribute land in Abuja. So whether another FCT minister will come and then come and take those lands from them, or go and demolish all those places.
That's what they are.
All the land, all the property that Wike is demolishing in Abuja, they are all approved now. They got approval from one administration or minister, previous minister or the other. So that's the game there. We've seen it play out in Abuja over and over again. It's a soap opera. We've seen it before. All successful FCT minister, they all do that. So for the first time now, it's in the hands of the South, as in not just the South now, in the hand of a crooked, unrepentant, criminal, as wicked. So it's a serious one. They are asking that I think Gumi is saying that Tinubu should immediately fire Wike.
Yeah, I heard that. I laughed.
That will not happen now. We all know that will not happen now.
We'll see how it plays out now. Whether they'll be able to tweet. Anyway, tomorrow night we go know what they happen. Whether where the bottom will fall out tomorrow. So whether Wike goes or stays, not tomorrow. Everything, in fact, not today already for Nigerian time. We're already counting down. Now we go know what's up, what's crack-a-lacking.
Yeah. So thank you very much, my sister. Thanks very much. Thanks for your work. Thanks for what you're doing. Because your platform like yours is what is giving voice. Giving voice to people.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate your contribution. Thank you for coming on the panel. It's been a while, but I appreciate you finding the time to stop by. Yeah.
Thank you very much, and I hope to be here soon. Have a pleasant evening, my sister.
Thank you very much. Yes, you too. Have a great evening.
Thanks.
All right then. Good night. Yeah. So my people, I wanted to share other videos. Unfortunately now, the network is doing tinini tanana. They are doing the network is dancing azonto. So there's no way I can show any videos, because there was a video, one or two videos I wanted to play from X. Let me see if I can get into the studio so we can listen to it together. I just want try. I'm trying it on my other device to see whether it flies because almost all right, seems like it's working. Well, let's see. Let's not get too excited. Can you guys hear me? Please indicate if you can hear me. Let me play this video. Okay.
Category of dark stranger, you'll be left with more questions than answers. It is currently trending, and a lot of people have offered different explanations for this story. But when I'm done, you probably have yours. So, in August 1977, someone named Bola A. Tinubu applied to Chicago State University to study accounting. This person filled out the application form with the name Bola A. Tinubu. The date of birth was listed as March 29, 1954. Remember this date because we'll come back to it later. So this student also stated that they were transferring from Southwest College, now known as Richard Daley College in Chicago. In the transcript, the student name was listed as Bola A. Tinubu, and the gender was F, as in female. Now, the student also was said to have attended classes and graduated in June 1979, less than 2 years, but they never picked up their diploma. Fast forward to 2022 in Nigeria. In his application, he listed his date of birth as March 29, 1952. He did not mention where he attended primary and secondary school, but claimed he obtained a BSc in Business and Administration from Chicago State University. So they reached out to the school to verify. The school's registrar, Caleb Westberg, responded in a letter stating that Tinubu attended Chicago State University from August BSc in Business and Administration with honors on June 22nd of 1979. With a subpoena from a lawyer named Enahoro, the school was able to provide a copy of the diploma that was designed for Bola A. Tinubu. But it wasn't the same diploma that Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission in Nigeria, INEC. So this got Nigerians talking. So after the presidential election in February 25th of 2023, one of the candidates, Atiku Abubakar, decided to hire a lawyer in Chicago to confront Chicago State University. They approached a court to compel Chicago State University to release every record they have of Tinubu because we're all tired of these discrepancies here and there. And aside from the diploma, and to also release copies of diploma, which was issued to students in the 70s, right around the same time Bola Tinubu claimed he graduated, so that we can compare, But the revelations will shock you. So Tinubu quickly hired a lawyer to block Chicago State University from releasing his records. He claimed that releasing his records would cause irreparable harm to him. Now, this statement got Nigerians curious and anxious about what he was hiding. A public office holder shouldn't hide something as simple as his academic records from the people he intends to lead, right? So, Tinubu bragged about graduating with honors. So, why was he hiding his records in the first place? Well, your guess is as good as mine. After a legal back and forth, the judge ruled that Chicago State University should release everything. So they did, and it went viral. Nigerians quickly saw the discrepancies in Tinubu's records. To ensure full transparency and clarity on what was released by the school registrar Caleb Westberg had a deposition with Atiku's lawyer, Angela Liu, and Tinubu's lawyer. Now, during the deposition, Westberg stated that Chicago State University could not find a true copy of diploma issued to Bola A. Tinubu in 1979. When Chicago State University couldn't find the original copy, they decided to recreate another copy dated June 27, 1979. But that recreated copy was never picked up. The diploma that Tinubu submitted to INEC did not come from the university. That was what the registrar confirmed. Westberg also forged diplomas on the internet, but won't mention their names. Westberg also insisted that Bola A. Tinubu graduated from Chicago State University in 1979 and that he is the same person as Bola Ahmed Adekunle, different dates of birth and the gender of the Tinubu who transferred from Southwest College in Chicago to Chicago was 29 March 1954. How can Caleb Westberg be double sure that the Tinubu in Asorok, with date of birth March 29, 1952, with a second middle name Adekunle as seen in his NYSC certificate, is the same person who graduated from Chicago State University? It is possible to have two people with the same name, age, and even location, but something always set them apart. The social security number on Tinubu's called Tinubu. So who is this person? Well, Caleb Westberg could not say what the middle initial A on Tinubu's name means. The Tinubu in Asorok is Bola Ahmed Adekunle Tinubu, but the CSU graduate is also revealed that at no time did Tinubu request a name change. So while his lawyer argued that these inconsistencies could just be mere error, Tinubu never requested for a correction. Miss Liu, Atiku's lawyer, showed Westberg a copy of Tinubu's Britannica Encyclopedia showing that his name is on the AP's website, listing him as Bola Ahmed Adekunle Tinubu. His date of birth was listed as March 29, 1952. Lastly, Chicago State University did not produce a copy of his passport or any photo ID. They had no record of how his school fees were paid. All I know is that he ended and graduated in 1979. The registrar was also as the 1930s. So how come they do not have personal identification details for Tinubu? Now back to Nigeria. Atiku Abubakar planned to submit these documents as evidence to the Supreme Court to prove that Tinubu forged his diploma. This has also sparked a debate among the political class and the average Joe. Forgery is grounds for disqualification in the 1999 Constitution, but would the Chief Justice of the Federation, Olukayode Ariwola, agree that his best friend, Bola Tinubu, forged his CSU diploma? Would they consider the facts? We'll find out in a couple of weeks when the Supreme Court is expected to deliver judgment. Lastly, why would a man who claimed to have attended the university forge a diploma when he could have applied for a place? Well, that's all for now on Tinubu. ID and other law enforcement agencies are also planning
Anyway, can you hear me? Okay, I think the audio is good. So let me see if I can play one more video before we call it a night because we know it's going to be a wonderful day today. All right. Let me play this.
And for me and the support you have given us thousands.
Man,
responded to the event that happened to me and my family.
we can't do this. The connection is not allowing us to be good. I think I'm going to call it a night now before it affects everything again. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you all. It was nice connecting with you guys. Well, Supreme Court is going to bring their bad head today. It's up to them, whatever. I'm not expecting anything. I'm just going to come later on if there's anything to add or say, or we can look into it and talk about it and laugh and see what happens from there. So it's been real, everyone. Thank you so much. Misty, Eunice, my love. Long time. BB, Mr. Murphy, thank you, Murphy Ray. Kenne, thank you very much. Kenne, I be like say you dey make cassava for house, for kitchen. Just messing with you. Mr. Chike, everyone, Raheem, highly favored. Thank you so much for guys for joining me. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a wonderful night. Bye. See you on my next one.